but somehow this thing is taking over the way we communicate. People need to rely less on their devices and technology and get back to interacting with one another face to face. The next time you have the opportunity in class for free time or to socialize, look around at your peers. What are they doing? Are they talking with a friend or neighbor? Are you? Or are you sitting on your phone, texting somebody, playing a game, or scrolling through social media? This is my study hall. We may not be the biggest group, but we can see the common theme here. So let's talk about how we got here, starting with the history of and what communication is, the negative effects of technology on people, and how we can reconnect with others. Language started off as grunts and noises, slowly developing into complex meanings and complex structuring. And written language started off as drawings, turning into hieroglyphics, and later into the written language we know today. Now we're back to hieroglyphics. I think we know what the next step here is, huh? Communication started off as a way to ensure human survival, as a way to coordinate hunting and gathering, slowly developing into complex meanings, like I said, to be able to express our thoughts and other things. According to Linguistic Society, beginnings of human language started off as a way to express our thoughts, share or gather information, give direction or orders. Communication is expressed through our expression, our emotion, our gestures, our tone of voice, and this gives clarity to the situations that we're in. This was important for language development at the beginning, because as we know, language started off as one unified language, slowly branching out to thousands over time. And as we've learned to communicate in different ways, we've learned to communicate over distances. We started off with the messenger bird, a bird we would tie a letter to the foot of and throw it to a friend. It would take a while for it to reach them, and then they would have to write a letter and send it back to you. Now we're at the iPhone, a small box that fits in your pocket that's able to send a message to somebody on the other side of the planet in almost an instant. Nowadays, technology is so accessible to us, it's become part of our natural instinct to communicate this way. So let me quickly pull back the veil of beauty surrounding technology and let me show you the reality of the world. A study was conducted in 2017 that was recorded by PR Newswire. 65% of people communicate more digitally than in person. In this theater, there is 265 seats. 65% is every single seat, rows C through K. So we have to be aware of how technology affects us. Some issues overusing technology can lead to are addictive-like patterns, social pressures in comparison with others, but also it gives us a feeling of isolation, depression, and anxiety. But it's not only mental issues, it's physical too. Poor posture, hand and wrist pain, back pain, eye strain, and poor sleep. An article by the National University on the negative effects of technology on children has shown that children who engage in technology at a younger age tend to do poorer academically. Not only that, they have lower levels of creativity and have poorer language development skills. Not only that, this use of technology has also decreased our average attention span by 4 seconds, from 12 seconds to 8 seconds. That was 4 seconds. Now, that doesn't seem like a lot. So, to show you how much time we've truly lost, I have here in this theater professional baseball player Brian Dozier from the Minnesota Twins to help me explain. Say hi to Brian, everyone. Let's say, hypothetically, I'm going to pitch a ball. I'm exactly 60.5 feet away, the same distance from the pitcher to home base. If I were to pitch a ball to him at 95 miles an hour, the ball will reach him in half a second. In the 4 seconds in our attention span that we have lost, I would have struck him out 3 times. We're at a new inning already. When's the last time you went to a ballpark? When's the last time you played a game, video games don't count. Countless studies have shown that face-to-face interaction increases our well-being, our sense of belonging, while decreasing our levels of depression. Psychologist Susan Pinker has identified this person-to-person interaction to release neurotransmitters in our mind. Now that was a big word. To explain it better, it helps us cope with stress and anxiety. Not only that, this interaction releases dopamine in our minds, improving our mood and decreasing our pain response. And also it helps with our memory, making it harder for you to develop memory issues later in life. So now that we know the truth, how do we start? How can we truly disconnect? In short, we can't. Technology is so prevalent in the human life, it's impossible to truly abandon. The best we can do is to limit ourselves. A good way to do this is to meet up with some friends, have coffee, watch a movie, play a game, videogames.com, and put your phone on silent, put it in your pocket, and forget its existence entirely. Have a meal with your family, discuss and debate the topics of the day. Be engaged in the moment, not with what's happening on your phone. I am not exempt from using technology way too much, but the way that I limit myself is consistent. Let me explain. I partake in activities that aren't a requirement to be at, unlike school. You see people here and you talk to your friends because it's a requirement to be here. Dungeons and Dragons. It always comes back to Dungeons and Dragons with me. Playing this game for a few hours with some people you might know, Evan Milby, Patricia Gordon, Taylor Logan, Noah Morris, Andy Nelson, my brother, Ben Crew. Just playing this game for a few hours makes me feel the best I've had all week. So tonight, when you go home, I challenge you. I want you to surprise your family. Have an in-depth conversation with them. Be in the moment. Fair warning, this rapid change of behavior might result in your family bringing you to an exorcist. I'm just going to put it out there. So, from the beginnings to talking with our folks, we've covered sort of beginnings of communication, how we can disconnect from our devices, and the pitfalls of overusing technology. So let's disconnect. Let's get back